Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to some MTG Arena for some pack openings. I do want to open with an apology for my air conditioning. You probably can hear it. My background music's not going. Why is that? Did it... I had it set to loop. What is going on here? Excuse me, peoples. Okay, so what happened is my background music is stored through my iCloud drive, and it decided to just cloud access only, so it's not on device. So that's not that's not a good thing. Maybe if I copy it to a thing on my device. Place that there. See if that does that. We might be without background music because it refuses to download. Great, I love it. Actually, hold on. I think sorry, folks. Good thing on my iPad right there. I signed in with a passkey. Yay. I'm on the website right now. That sounds, not music. Do 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 do. Okay, so now I have it. I now have a copy of the song on my actual Windows music file. So now if I set Okay, there we go. It's the same exact audio file. Okay, so in order to like free up some disk space on my computer, hold on a second. That's gonna be distracting. Let's get that back. Now there's a whole lot of white just on my face. Yeah. Sorry for wasting your last 5 minutes. Look, okay. Try to free up some space, so I set everything that's like more than a day old in my iCloud drive to go to cloud. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't want to pull it back down from the cloud when I need things. Which is fine, because I can work around it with my iPad for most of the things, for like thumbnails and stuff. That's fine. But I didn't realize it was going to do it to the music that was like in almost constant use on the computer. Go figure, I guess that's what happens when I go over the weekend without using it. So that's on me. But now I have a copy of the file on my system's music file folder. So now that is permanently on device. We should not run into that anymore. And yeah, so there's a few things that I try to set to like always store on the computer, but it didn't take. And every time I try to move it or download it or whatever, it just stuck at 0%. Anyways, you guys came here to see Magic the Gathering cards on a video game. You guys didn't come for me to fiddle around with my OBS and settings and stuff like that. So we're gonna open a pack. A little laggy, but it's okay. Now we are going to stick with the first ones. Because I feel like rereading ones that I've done before, no matter how long it's been, is kind of redundant. So we're going to ignore the Sun Shower Druid. And any that don't have the first icon on the top. So, as always, we are going to go from the bottom right to the top left across each row. So starting with Savor. It is a 2-drop instant. Target creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Create a food token. And the food token is you pay 2 of any color and tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Which is a pretty good and pretty logical mechanic. So that's nice. The next one is Dire Sight. It is a 3-drop sorcery. Surveil 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. Not a fan of spending life just to look at the top 2 cards of your library and put any number of them into your graveyard, the rest on the top of your library in any order. Then draw 2 cards. And cost me both 3 mana and 2 life. Not a fan. Alright. We have Builder's Talent, which is a 2-drop enchantment class. Once again, I'm really happy to see the return of classes. That's always been a very nice. Like when they did it for the D&D one, I was like, this is very fitting, and this has very much like a woodland creature mixed with D&D vibe to it, so it's fitting. Anyways, the gain next level as sorcery to add its ability. Okay. The first level is when Builder's Talent enters, create a 0/4 white wall creature token with Defender. Okay. Then you pay 1 white and to level up to level 2. Whenever one or more non-creature, non-land permanent you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and then you pay 4 of any and 1 white to level 3. When this class becomes level 3, return target non-creature, non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad. Next one is Corpseberry Cultivator, which is a 3-drop creature squirrel warlock. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may forage, which is exile 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrifice a food. Whenever you forage, you put a 1/1 counter on Corpseberry Cultivator, and it is a 2/3. Right. Baker's Bane Duo is a 2-drop creature squirrel raccoon. I feel like it's a squirrel and a raccoon, and it's a creatures, but I think that might not fit with the aesthetic, and you guys can't really see the artwork very well, so I will just hover my mouse above it. When Baker's Bane Duo enters the battlefield, create a food token. When you expend 4, Baker's Bane Duo gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and it is a 2/2. What is expend? Expend 4. You expend 4 as you spend your 4th total mana cost. Oh, mana to cast spells during a turn. Oh, okay, so all you had to do is if you spend 4 mana or more, essentially, during your turn, that triggers that. Alright. Then we've got Dewdrop Cure, which is a 3-drop sorcery. Gift a card. You promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. Ah, neat. Return up 2 target creatures, each with mana value 2 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If the gift was promised, instead return up to 3 target creature cards with a mana value of 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, if you promise the gift and they can pull a card, you get one more. Yeah, you get one more creature you can resurrect, which is nice. A little camaraderie during the game. That's always appreciated. It's not always about, like, being a jerk to your friends. But, alright, last card. Alright. Season of the Burrow, which is a 5-drop sorcery. Choose up to 5 claw mark things. Hold on, we're going to the Google. 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 Go back to the wiki. Scroll past it. Plot print symbol. This symbol is exclusively for auto scrolled up on me. Okay. Exclusively on modal spells, which detonate the value of different modes you can choose from. Spells with paw prints allow up to choose. Paw prints allow up to choose up to n paw prints worth of modes, and you may choose the same mode more than once. If that didn't make sense to you, it didn't make sense to me either. It literally is like spells with paw prints allow up to choose up to n paw prints worth of modes. If that doesn't make sense. And that was reading it word for word. But it's like a mode thing. So choose up to 5 paw prints worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once, which that's it. You can use 1 to create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. You can have 2 exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card, and you can pay 3 of them. You get a total of 5, so like you can do 2 and 3, or like any mixed match of them. But like not all 3, because that would be a total of 6. So you would have to find a card that would give you another paw print in order to do all 3, which seems more hassle than it's worth. And being that I just now encountered this thing, and I've opened a few packs of this expansion in my last one that I did of these kind of streams, and I don't think I encountered that there. So yeah. Close down the iPad for that. Third one is return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with indestructible counter on it. That is neat. Right. And pretty much anytime you play this card, you can always use that one. Because you can use the first one, and it'll be 4, or you can use the second one, and it'll be a total of 5. So you can always use it and one of the others, just not both. And if you're just using the first 2, why? I mean, I guess if you don't have anything in your graveyard, but honestly, I would put it off until you do. Because bringing something back with an indestructible token, meaning you can't destroy it, so it's permanently back, that's useful. But, yeah. Not bad for a first pack. By the way, we had a total of 10, now 9 of these regular Bloomburrow cards. We have we have a total of 7 Alchemy Bloomburrow cards, and then we have 1 golden pack, which, for those of you who don't know what that is, we're going to hop over to the store real quick. It's this right here. So, every time you buy 10 packs of anything, so like any of these, or like any of these, so yeah, but like straight up, you buy a 10 pack of packs, you'd immediately get one. So, and that's what I did. So, yeah. And if I buy 5 more, then I would get another one. But yeah. It's basically like the Premier Ball in Pokemon. Oh, hello, Bendy. Welcome to the stream. It's basically like a Premier Ball in Pokemon. Like, you buy 10 Pokeballs of any kind, you get a Premier Ball for free. So you buy 10 of any packs in MTG Arena, you get a golden pack for free. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. But anyways, on to the next pack. We have Sky Skipper Duo, which is a 5-drop creature bird frog, which pretty much every single one of these that has dual animal creature type has been just the 2 animals. So do not be surprised if I say creatures and bird and frog. I know that doesn't fit, and I addressed this earlier, it doesn't fit with how Magic cards are structured, but it just makes logical sense, and for those, it would help, like, people who are not used to playing get the context of what this is, because it's not a bird frog, it's a bird and a frog together. Not like in one body, just literally as a duo. Hence the Sky Skipper Duo name. But anyways, it has flying. When Sky Skipper Duo enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 other target creature you control, return it to the battlefield under its owner control at the beginning of the next end step. And it was a 3/3. We apparently have done this one already. If you haven't, if you're unfamiliar with it, I will leave it on screen for just a moment here. You can pause, read it, but we're going to move on to the cards we haven't addressed yet. Alright. Steam Path Charger is a 2-drop creature lizard warlock. Offspring 2 cost. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast a spell. If you do, then create this creature create a 1/1 copy of it. Ah. Okay, sorry. I like the creature token art. It looks like he's in some serious distress. Oh, and when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to... Oh, it's the same as that. I need that stuff. Okay. Now I can move it freely. Because I technically have OBS selected on top. But yeah, he looks like he's in some serious distress, and both are when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target player. I like that one. I am going to take a picture of it for reference, because I might want to get that for a... I might want to get the physical cards of this at some point. Yeah. Alright. Then we got an uncommon wild card. Early Winter. It is a 5-drop instant. You can choose one. Either exile target creature or target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. Not bad. We have Dagger Fang Duo, which is a 3-drop creatures, rat and a squirrel. They have Death Touch. When a Dagger Fang Duo enters the battlefield, you may mill 2 cards. So you may mill. And I once again, I'm appreciating the fact that it says may. So, if you're feeling like the next couple cards are not worth having in that game, you can have that option of milling too. I highly recommend having a card that has you scry to, and then you can just use this to mill those 2 cards if you're feeling like they're not worth it. Or you can just play this blindly and mill 2 cards that could be very important to your gameplay. It's your guys' choice. Play with the cards however you wish. And this one is a 3/2. Okay. Stormcatch Mentor is a 2-drop creature otter wizard with haste and prowess. Prowess is when you cast a non-creature spell. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 mana less to cast, which is nice. And then it is a 1/1. Last card of the pack. Warren War Leader. By the way, did you guys get blocked from seeing any? No. Okay. Just wanted to double check. This one has a offspring thing, which is actually an offspring and not a duplicate, which is nice. But anyways, this is a 4-drop creature rabbit knight with the offspring of 2. When you attack, choose 1. Either create a 1/1 rabbit creature token that's tapped and attacking, or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And this one is a 4/4. And we might as well cover the it's the exact. Okay, so it's the card itself is a duplicate, but a 1/1 version. Just like the other one, the Steam Path Charger, except for, well, I guess that you could say that that's a younger version. I guess I didn't notice it looked younger. I was too busy seeing it engulfed in flames. So yeah, okay. So basically, they have this is the child. It doesn't have as much strength or health, but it has all the same abilities. Hence, offspring being the name of the ability. So. Huh. Okay. Anyway, that's it for this pack. Let's see, what are we doing for time? We can do more. So. Alright. First we have a gate or a gat. I'm gonna go a gate. A gate blade assassin, which is a 2-drop creature lizard assassin. Whenever a gate blade assassin, or it could be agate. Now that I'm looking at it, it could be agate, and I think the agate blade, agate blade assassin. Okay, whenever agate blade assassin attacks, defending player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And it's a 1/3. That's a pretty neat one there. It's been a while since I've seen the word agate, so I wasn't prepared. Especially, I wasn't expecting the word agate to show up on a magic card. So, but I'm pretty sure it's agate. Like the stone, hence the blade being made out of a stone. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Bumbleflower's Share Pot is a 2-drop artifact. When Bumbleflower's Share Pot enters the battlefield, create a food token. Makes sense. You can pay 5 any mana and tap it and sacrifice Bumbleflower's Share Pot. Destroy target non-land permanent. Activate only as a sorcery. I like it. Not the effect that I would expect from basically a pot of food artifact, but I feel like it would have been more of a healing aspect beyond like creating a food token, and it would be less, offensive, more defensive of the card. But destroying an on-land permanent, yeah. Apparently they're allergic to whatever's in the pot. We got uncommon, or not uncommon, just a common wild card. We got Hoarder's Overflow, which is a 2-drop enchantment. When Hoarder's Overflow enters the battlefield, and when you expand 4, put a trash counter on it. You can pay 1 of any mana and 1 bread, and sacrifice Hoarder Overflow. Discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of I said trash counter. It's stash counter. It's a raccoon. You can't blame me. Nobody can blame me for thinking it said trash when I was trying to read it fast and there was a raccoon on the freaking artwork. Nobody. Anyways, you discard your hand and then you draw as many back as you have stash counters on Hoarder's Overflow. So, moving on to Banishing Light, which is a 3-drop enchantment. When Banishing Light enters the battlefield, exile non-land permanent. A target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. So it's basically like another pacify. Okay. That's fine. 3 Tree Root Weaver is a 2-drop creature mole druid. You can tap to add 1 mana of any color, and it is a 1/3. Well, there's your green mana dork, and it's a mana dork for any color, but like generally mana dorks you'll find are green cards themselves, regardless of whether they give you green mana or any color. Yeah. That's nice. So technically I could make a Bloomburrow deck that has a mana dork set in it. I can get 3 more of these with some wild cards and get me a full play set of some mana dorks. That would be nice. If I decide to do that. Okay, so we've got Vine Reap Mentor, which is a 2-drop creature squirrel druid. When Vine Reap Mentor enters the battlefield or dies, create a food token. Not bad. Last card of the pack. Glarb, Calamity's Augur. The absurdity, the absolute absurdity of like some of these cards. I believe there was like a holy cow in like in the last one, and geez. By the way, Glarb, Calamity's Augur is a 3-drop legendary creature, frog wizard noble. With Death Touch, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells with the mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. You can tap to surveil too. That way you know what you're playing on top of your library. And it is a 2/4. That is actually a pretty neat card to have, regardless of its absurdity. That's going to do it for this pack. I think we can do one more. Yeah, I think we can do one more. Raccoon Rallier is a 2-drop creature raccoon bard. And you can tap target creature, tap this card, and target creature you control gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery, and it is a 2/2. Okay. Then we've already done the Agate Blade Assassin. Okay. Warren Elder. It is a 2-drop creature rabbit cleric. You can pay 3 of any and 1 white. And creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And it is a 2/2. Splash Lasher. Not to be confused with the hash-slinging slasher. It is a 4-drop creature frog wizard with offspring of 1 of any and 1 blue cost. When this creature enters the battlefield, tap up to 1 target creature, then put a stun counter on it, and it is a 3/3. Its offspring can do the exact same thing, and it is a 1/1. Brave Kin Duo is a 1-drop creatures rabbit and a mouse. You can pay 1 of any color, tap, and target creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery, and they're a 1/1. Oh, I already read this one. Damn it, I didn't stick to my own rules. That's what, like a lot of times you'll see me flick off of the card like that, just to double check, and I didn't do it that time. Anyways, Dire Drown Draft is a 4-drop instant. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking or tapped creature. Target creature's owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Well, I'm gonna guess which one they would usually pick. The top. That way they can just have it back next turn, unless they really don't care about the whatever I had them return to their library. But, yeah. We've got Mudflat Village, which is a land, which we don't come across very often in these packs. Usually those are just handed out, and usually basic lands anytime like some updates happen. But anyways, it is a land, and you can tap to add 1 colorless, or you can tap to add 1 black. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. You can also pay 1 of any and 1 black, and tap it to sacrifice Mudflat Village. Return target bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel card from your graveyard to your hand, which is honestly pretty nice, as long as you're playing with those creatures. Which I feel like that those are the common ones for the black set. Like, see, here's the lizard. So yeah. I don't think have we encountered a bat yet? I don't know if we have. Anyways, last card of the pack, and most likely last one of this stream, depending on how long we've gone. I do like to keep these about an hour, but I am going to try to be done a little bit early than that, just due to plans. But yeah. Anyways, on to the actual card. Season of the Bold, which is a 5-drop sorcery. You may choose up to 5 paw prints worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. Oh, I forgot to consider that with the last one, because like, oh, you could pick the first one, the third one, or the second one, the third one, and all that stuff. But like, you could just pick 2 of the second one and a first one, and like all sorts of crazy things. So for this one, you can 1 paw print cost is create a tapped treasure token. 2 paw print cost is exile top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn, and then you may play them. You can do the 3 paw print until the end of your next turn. Whenever you cast a spell, Season of the Bold deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I can dig that one. Yeah. Alright. So I think that's going to do it for this one. We could do one more, but alright, we'll do one more. Uno mas. Once again, we are going to skip the ones that aren't first, so that will actually make this pretty quick. Waterspout Warden is a 3-drop creature frog soldier. When Waterspout Warden attacks, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, Waterspout Warden gains flying until end of turn, and is a 3/2. We got a common wild card. Sugarcoat is a 3-drop enchantment aura with flash. Enchant creature or food. Enchanted permanent is a colorless food artifact with a pay 2 and tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life, and loses all other card types and abilities. Basically, it's making something into a food token. That's basically what it is. Like, I don't even know why you would want to enchant the food, because it's most likely a food token, and that just makes it a food token. So, if you want to get rid of one of your creatures, you turn them into food, and you get 3 life out of basically eating them. That's kind of morbid, but you know, do what you got to win. Okay. Head of the Homestead is a 5-drop creature rabbit citizen. When Head of the Homestead enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white rabbit creature tokens, and it is a 3/2. Right. Then we've got Hunter's Talent, which is a 2-drop enchantment class. At level 1, when Hunter's Talent enters the battlefield, target creatures you control deal damage equal to its power to target creatures you don't control. It's actually pretty handy. Then you can pay 1 of any color and 1 green to level up to level 2. Whenever you attack, target creature attacking... Okay. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Also not bad. You can pay 3 of any and 1 green to level 3. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. And then our last card of the stream and this pack. Hugs. Grizzly Guardian is a variable drop. Legendary creature, Badger Warrior with trample. When Hugs Grizzly Guardian enters the battlefield, exile the top X number of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. That's actually really good. Especially if your land starved up until that point. Which I'm hoping you're not, because that would make playing this card pretty difficult. So that's kind of like something you have to deal with. Whatever. It's a 5/5, and that's going to do it for this pack, and that's going to do it for this stream. We went through half of our regular Bloomburrow packs. We've still got 7 Alchemy Bloomburrow packs to go through, and then we've got a golden pack. So it all depends on whether or not I get any more packs, whether we're going to get more of these or these. And then if I get enough of them, we'll have another one of these. But yeah, we will work our way toward the golden pack. But 5 Bloomburrow packs for this stream seems like a good solid amount. So I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Also consider joining the channel membership for $1 a month. You get a shout out as soon as possible once you do. Among other perks that are still in the works. They're down in the description. There are Twitch links and social media links, both worth checking out. And when this becomes a VOD or a video archive here on the channel after it is done processing through YouTube's end, there will be a video and a playlist for you guys to continue your watching journey here on the channel. And with all that said, I will see you.